So were you doing a lot of this from the Mexican side or the U.S. side?
I was doing all of it on the Mexican side.
Did you find it was easier, like less restricted on the Mexican side than on the U.S. side?
Yeah, that's what helped me stand out a lot, because there's a lot of restrictions on the U.S. side as far as where you could go. In part because the Biden administration had a gag order like on Border Patrol where they're trying to keep everything hush. And so they would limit where reporters could go, saying, no, this is private property or this is federal property. You can't be here. So they couldn't really capture everything. And once the migrants cross and turn themselves into Border Patrol, they're considered in custody. So you can't go and talk to them, interview them. And I was doing all that on the Mexican side. So that's the first thing I would do is talk to them. You know, where you come. That was my first question, is like, where are you from? How'd you get here? How was your journey? And I mean, I would interview them. I would walk with them and then get footage of when they're crossing the river. And then that's when I would get the drone up and just follow them when they'd turn themselves into Border Patrol, or even when they were, you know, escorted out on the bus. So I would get like the whole process. And reporters on the U.S. side, they would just get the latter part. And I think that's also why it encouraged me to get into it, because I would watch the news and I would realize they're missing
like 90%
of the story. So I started, okay, I'm going to go on social media and just post. And that's how they started reaching out to me.
Did you have journalists kind of in bed with you, knowing that you had a better side or more of a story?
So the first one that I met, and to this day we're still friends, we'll still stay in contact, is Bill Malusian from Fox News.
Okay.
I had documented a group of about, I want to say like 200 Haitians in Acuña when they arrived on bus, and I followed them to the crossing point, and then I got the drone up and, you know, got them crossing the river. And on that occasion, I said, I'm gonna go to Del Rio and get the U.S. side when they're already crossed, kind of get the complete story. And so when I show up to the location, there's a camera guy, a reporter, and when I get there, the producer gets out of the vehicle. And he's like, he asked me, he's like, what network are you with? I'm like, no, I'm just a local, just trying to, because I got this group on the Mexican side, I'm just trying to get them here on the U.S. side. He's like, what did you get? And can I see it? So I show him the drone footage. He's like, oh, I need that. And then that's when he introduced himself. He's from Fox News and introduced me to Bill Malusian. And so I became kind of like the first contact that I was providing footage to them. And they were buying it from me, which today I think they're the network that pays best for footage. And I think that's where other reporters started reaching out. And very few would actually go into Mexico. So they'd reach out and tell me, call me, it's like, can you guide us to the crossing spot? And there's a lot of breaking stories that I helped them get.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool, man.
So did you do any photos while you were there, or mostly just video?
Mostly video, because that's really what sells, and also for social media. But I did take some photos of the Haitians mainly, and then the crossing stopped there in Acuña and Del Rio, and it transferred over to Eagle Pass, Piedras Negras. And so that's when I started really doing even more work. By then, I was already pretty much known by a lot of reporters, even politicians. At the time, when Elon Musk visited Eagle Pass, his people tried to reach out to me and try to connect them, but he was like on a very short schedule. But he did see my videos. He shared one of them, which I think to date has, I don't know how many million views on X.
That's cool.
And then after that, Vivek Ramaswamy, who was running for president, he visited Eagle Pass, and with his team, they did reach out and they hired me to kind of guide them and show them everything. And the videos are out there as well. And I mean, other politicians like Tom Homan, who's the current border czar, and Rodney Scott, he was the Border Patrol chief, and he's currently the CBP commissioner. So a lot of them that I work with at the border, they're currently working for the Trump administration. And then, of course, the reporters, they're still out there, whether it's Fox News, News Nation, and other networks. Univision, Telemundo. So that was another part that, being bilingual, I was able to do interviews in English and Spanish. And you get to see kind of both sides, the political angle.
Yeah.
If they were leaning
What questions
left.
are being asked based on?
If they were kind of leaning left and, they kind of didn't like what I was telling them, they cut me off.
So